Welcome back to Deck Hockey Focus's continued coverage of USA ball hockey. You've seen some of our interviews with the 3-on-3 younger guys. You've seen our interviews with the 5-on-5 men's. But today we're switching gears. We're going with a member of what I'm going to call the most successful, most decorated team in USA ball hockey history. Shaq, who's on the phone?
We have Becky Dobson joining us, who's playing again for the women's national team. Becky, how are you?
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing well.
Good. Well, so 2017, you guys pulled out a silver medal there. Going into that tournament, what was kind of the expectation? I know it was a lot of these girls' first time ever representing the United States. So, what was the expectation going in?
Yeah, definitely didn't think we were going to be in that gold medal game. I just went into it with the mentality of having fun, taking it a game at a time, and kind of just seeing how we did, and then we were doing really well, which was awesome. And then that gold medal became more of a reality as we were there. But going into it, it was just an experience, and I wanted to live in the moment and enjoy it.
Yeah, well, you guys certainly did a good job. I mean, coming away with a silver medal, that's the most that we've seen from any of the USA teams.
Yeah, it's no small feat.
Yeah.
But getting there, can we talk a little bit about the background of kind of round robin play and into the medal round?
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of good upsets there and a lot of tight games playing from behind, stuff like that. So run people through the tournament.
Yeah, I know early on we played Slovakia and beat them, which was big because we had never, that I recall, beaten them before, and that was a close game. We played Canada and lost in the round robin, but it was still a close game and we were in it, so it felt okay. Czech, we didn't play our best game. I think we lost like 3-0 to them in the round robin. So that was kind of a game that was a wake-up call, regroup. Hey, we're not going to win every game this tournament. It was good, though. We needed one of those games. Then in the playoffs, we played Canada in the semifinals. We were tied with less than a minute left, and then we scored to win and knock them out of making the gold medal game, which was a huge upset. First time we had ever guaranteed ourselves a medal and beaten Canada.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's certainly one of the biggest rivalries in sports. I mean, USA versus Canada in hockey. But when you say we scored a goal, is there more detail to that you could maybe provide for us?
So I scored the winning goal. My teammate set me up for like a perfect one-timer on the right side, probably top of the dot. She just laid it for me, shot it, went in. I don't even remember where. We looked up. There was like less than a minute left. We didn't even realize how much time was left. And that's when it became real. Like, wow, we can win this game. We just have to shut them down for the next 30-some seconds, and we're in the gold medal game. So it's super exciting. I know when I scored, my reaction was to jump. And there's a picture of it that everyone likes to rip on me for because I only probably got off the court by like 2 inches, but I thought I jumped to like the ceiling because of the excitement level. So that's funny, but it's a great memory.
Definitely.
That's something I'll never experience, I'm sure.
But talking about the gold medal game and taking home silver, it's obviously no small feat, but how did that feel in kind of after the game played? And then looking back, what was the thought process and the feeling for taking home a silver versus a gold?
Yeah, definitely different feelings. In the moment, like after the game in the locker room, complete devastation for me personally. I know some players that have played prior years, I think they realized more what an accomplishment it was in the moment, so they were able to like relish it and celebrate it more. But I was just so devastated at losing. I was having trouble accepting that silver was an accomplishment. Looking back now, I'm like, wow, that's awesome what we did. Of course, I wish we won gold, but silver's still an amazing accomplishment that no one had ever done. So I kind of wish I lived in the moment a little more back then, but I understand why, because I was so invested in the competition. I felt the way I did.
Sure.
So.
Well, you guys are on the deck there on the surface for only about an hour a day. There's a game a day. Think of it like the Olympics versus tournament play where you're running them back to back. So for the other 23 hours a day when you're, living out of a hotel, you've got the whole girls around, what do you guys do in your off time when it's between games and maybe in preparation for new games or just for fun?
Yeah, we're fortunate too. We don't even have a game every day. There's a couple days where we have completely off. which our coaches are good about contacting ahead and getting some rink time for practice. So I think we'll be able to have 1 or 2 practices up there, which is good just to keep loose, go over some systems, things like that. Typically in the morning, we'll meet for a team breakfast if we don't have an early game, kind of get together there, make sure we're all fueling our bodies. We'll go for like a team walk or jog just to get the legs moving. And then kind of depending on when our game time is, we'll work around that, head to the rink an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours before, do the necessary trainer needs that people need, whatever they need to do pregame, and get focused.
Definitely. So more of an environment to go overseas to play and compete and win.
They're
it's not a
tourists.
vacation.
They're not tourists.
No, certainly not. Yeah, people are like, oh, go make sure you see this site and this site. Like, no, when we're not playing, we're resting or focusing on the next game. Not much time to sightsee except for when you're like walking to meals, stuff like that. They kind of make it clear from the get-go if you want to do different touring stuff, either go early and do it before the tournament or stay when the tournament has ended and that's your time to sightsee, which I think it's good. It's important to stay on track and focus on why we're there.
Absolutely. So we talked a little bit about 2017. Now let's look forward to 2019. Having that success of 2017, is there anybody or any players, teammates, line mates that you're really looking forward to, getting back together? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. We've got a bunch of returning players, but we also have a lot of newcomers. So I know everyone on the team pretty well. It's going to be awesome to get the whole group together. We have some fun personalities. It's always good memories, no drama. So it'll be a ton of fun on and off the court.
Are there any newcomers adding to your line? I know you guys have had some pretty good team chemistry, but are there any new additions that you're looking forward to play with?
Yeah, I don't know if lines are set in stone yet. We've talked about a few combinations, but there's people I would love to play with, kind of anyone really. I play as a center, so as long as they're helping me, if I get caught and they get back for me, I like them.
I like that, versatile. So looking at that though, this is a national team, so not everybody's local to Boston, New York, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, wherever they may be from. How do you guys kind of come together pre-tournament and kind of gather that chemistry as much as possible?
Yeah, we had some camps that were really beneficial. A couple in Boston, a couple in Philly, where everyone kind of met, got together, get to know each other, and also go over systems, stuff like that. Also, we've been doing some like bi-weekly calls, conference calls as a team. Anyone that's available to get on it with the coaches, just talk about any concerns, any thoughts, preparation, what you're doing physically, working out. We've also had like workout buddies where we touch in with them, make sure they're held accountable and staying on track, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Well, good. So with adding some new talent and maybe people that have never played overseas in this style of competition, what's a good piece of advice for someone who's diving in for the first time?
Prepare ahead of time. I've been on them like, you're going to be jet lagged when you land. You're going to be dehydrated if you haven't been drinking water like weeks prior, excess water. The flight alone will dehydrate you. And like not to go to sleep when we land because you'll just ruin your internal clock. Also talking about like varying morning and the evenings because our game times can be at any time. And with the time change, it's really going to feel because some people only like to work out at night, but like if you have a morning game, you don't want to play like crap because you're not used to being up early and playing. So just little things like that.
Exactly. Well, we have been seeing a couple of skips in the feed there, so maybe we'll start wrapping her up. But the question that we ask everybody before we let them go is we got to put you on the spot. What's the prediction and what's the goal for 2019 team?
Gold. Nothing less. We got to exceed 2017, so gold it is.
Oh, good. That's what we really like to hear. Becky Dobson, we do appreciate you coming on with us. Stay tuned. We're going to have continued coverage here. We do appreciate everyone who's been checking out deckhockeyfocus.com. That's got our entire archive, our library of every interview, every podcast that we've ever done, as well as our YouTube channel. So everyone that has been subscribing there, also appreciate them. Stay tuned. We're going to have continued coverage of Team USA.
Thanks, Jeff.